Okay, now that you've got your COM port set up, we've actually been able to connect to the ECU. We want to go ahead and set up our software FTD, which is the actual software that will flash the chip on the ECU for you. And assuming this has already been installed, this will be located under this right here, Flash Development Toolkit 4.0. I already have this set up, so I'll go ahead and set up a new project. Create a new project workspace. We'll hit OK. For a name, we're going to call it SH7052F. That's the name of the chip that's on the Hayabusa ECU. And we'll hit OK. Okay, then it's going to ask us to go through and actually find the chip that's on the ECU here. So we're going to go down until we see SH7052F. Hit next. Here it's going to ask us for our COM port, so you want to make sure we use the same COM port that we've already set this thing up as, which is COM2. We'll hit next. And the rest of these, it's going to go through a series of menus. Everything just stays as default here, so you can hit next, next, finish. Okay, once that's done, you can go ahead and close this program. And ECU Editor will actually launch a mini version of this program to flash your ECU. So what we'll do, go to we won't. ECU Editor here. Okay, if we want to open up a ECU bin file, we can go to File and hit New. This will generate a base map for us. And if we go in and look at one of the fuel maps, you can see that there's some values in there. If we go look at an ignition map, there's some values in here. So we know we've got a bin file that at least has something in it. So just as a demonstration, I'll go ahead and flash this bin file here. So we want to click on Flash the ECU. Okay, at this time, if you've got the bike on, you want to go ahead and have the key on. You can flip your toggle switch up so that you see the bottom LED turns bright blue. And if you hit Program Flash here, I'm probably going to get an error message telling me that my port's not open here. Actually, I've got this wrong. This COM port set incorrectly from a previous setting here. Let me fix this. Okay, if I hit Program Flash, you're going to see that I'm getting an attempting message here at different baud rates. In order for the flash program to work, it wants to see a reset on the ECU. So if you had the key on the bike right now, you could flip the kill switch off and then back on. I prefer just to turn the key off for about a second, turn the key back on. So I'll do that on the bench here. I'll flip my power supply off, turn it back on. Then I'm going to hit Flash. And at this point, you can see it's going to go through a whole series of events, and it'll start burning the chip. It's going to go from 0 all the way to 100%. And it'll take a couple of minutes depending on your USB speed. 2 to 3 minutes is pretty typical. And once it's completely done, down at the bottom of the screen here, it's going to tell you 100% complete. Flash took X amount of seconds. At that point, you'll know that you're ready to go. At that point, you can flip your toggle switch back to the center position, and most likely hear your fuel pump prime. The ECU will reset itself, and you can turn the key off, turn the key back on, and you're ready to start the bike and make sure that the bin file took.